tesoros. I'm about to tell you something extraordinary. It's a story about how you will remember the future. Once upon a time, there was an old woman sitting on a mountain top, separated from the sea by a vast white desert, a wasteland of sand and stone. Day after day, she watched the sun mount the horizon. Night after night, she gazed at the moon as it climbed the dark back of the sky. One day, she grew weary of her solitude. It wasn't the silence that troubled her. Indeed, it wasn't the least bit silent. From her mountain top, the old woman could hear the waves breaking on the distant shore and the wind sweeping across the surface of the sea. In the evening, she listened to the music of the seven spheres spinning in the night sky. She was troubled, mostly because she was alone and had no one to share her stories with. So, the old woman plucked 12 whiskers from her chin, 2 of each color. The first pair was red, the second orange, another was yellow, the fourth was green, the fifth blue, and the last violet. She held the little whiskers in the cup of her hand and began to blow on them, ever so gently. Soon, 12 little ones of varying shapes and sizes surrounded her. Then, the old woman pulled a handful of wavy hairs from the top of her head. She released them to the wind and began to chant in a low voice, singing the whole world into being. As her song echoed in the valleys that unfolded below, all the animals that roam the earth, and all the birds that fly in the air, and all the fish that swim in the sea, and all the trees that give us shade, and all the insects that spin their webs and turn the soil and drink the dewy nectar from flowers' lips, sprung up around her. The old woman matched the little ones in various combinations and paired them with the animals and the birds and the fish and the trees and the insects and the flowers. Each was given a different role and responsibility. Then she gave them a blessing, and like brightly colored butterflies, orange and bespectacled, the little ones sprouted wings and headed off in the 4 directions, carrying her stories like pollen on their backs. They will remember, a small hummingbird whispered in the old woman's ear, and they will return in 3 generations. As the old woman waited patiently on the mountain top, she inhaled the sweet fragrance of the flowers and listened to the breeze, made visible as it fingered through the crowns of the palm trees. She was pleased when she saw what she had done. She saw how good it was, and never again did she feel alone. ¿Qué te parece, Lily? What are you thinking?
It reminds me of the story about the girl who left stones on the path so that she could find her way home.
Yes, it's something like that. You must always remember where you came from.
And never forget who you are.
That's right.
Tata Alma, how do they know which way to go?
They need to look backwards to understand where they are now. Only then will they know which way to go. Now, come with me, Lilita. You have much to learn.
Where have you been, Lily? It's after midnight.
None of your business.
How dare you speak to me like that? You're not wearing that outfit out of this house again. Is that clear? Is that clear?
I hate you so much.
You look like a floozy.
A floozy?
Do I smell alcohol on your breath?
No.
I don't know how to handle you anymore. I'm at my wit's end.
I'm at my wit's end.
Go to bed, Lily.
You don't trust me.
I said go to bed.
We need to talk, Mother. I'm not a child anymore.
It's not the right time.
It's never the right time.
Tomorrow, I promise.
Yeah, right.
Lily, I'm completely exhausted. I've been breaking my back cleaning houses all day.
You always say that, and then we never talk.
I'm not in the mood. Go to bed. It's late.
Stop telling me what to do, Daisy.
What did you call me?
Daisy, that's your name, isn't it? I'm calling Daddy.
Go ahead. Call your father. See if he answers his phone.
I'm moving in with him.
Good luck with that.
Fuck you.
What did you say?
Fucking hate you so much.
What?
I wish I was dead.
Lily, don't say that. Oh my God, don't ever say that again. Katsita, I've lost her. My beautiful little girl. I've lost everything. Please help me.
You haven't lost her, Margarita, but Lily doesn't know who she is.
I think I have.
No, mija. She's still yours, but you must teach her. You are the one who's lost.
Me?
Yes, you. You must find your way home, but you haven't left any stones on the path.
So how do I get there?
You have a compass and a map inside you, mi tesoro, like the butterflies, but first you must open the letters.
Ay, Tata, no.
Ábrelos, son portales.
Portals? Onto what?
The past and the future.
I have no past. I shut that door long ago and I threw out the key.
So, why do you keep them?
I don't know. Ay, Tata, Alma, please. Leave me alone.
Open them, Margarita.
You're not going to give up, are you? Maria, what are you doing here? What am I saying? You can't be here.
Ay, Margarita, mi corazón. There's no easy way to tell you. Your father is dead.
Papa? What is he doing here? This has to be some kind of bad dream.
Tata Alma found him in the courtyard.
The morning sun was on his face.
We thought he was sleeping, pobrecito.
He always said he would die with his face to the sun.
He looked so serene, Margarita.
That's because he was already with Rosa, your sweet mother. I traced a spiral on his forehead so that he would return to her.
Why did you run to him? He asked for you 1,001 times. So, did your grandmother write you, or but you just disappeared into thin air?
Wait a minute. How did you know where to send these letters, Maria?
Ay, what are you doing in yo no sé dónde, Maine, chica? There aren't any Cubans here.
Exactly.
All of possible places she chose the Arctic Circle. The only thing that's missing are the penguins.
It could be worse, Tia. I could be in New Jersey.
Ay, seriously, Margarita? Why are you here so far from home?
I had to get away. As far away as possible.
But no one speaks Spanish here, mija. It's only English. Such an ugly language. At least you're close to the ocean, thanks God.
But there's nowhere to buy pastelitos or yuca. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
I didn't even think of that. Oh, you're making fun of me, aren't you?
Ay, Maria, you always knew how to make me laugh. But you keep changing the subject. Don't think I didn't notice. How did you know where to send these letters?
You know how it is? News carries on the back of the wind. But you're the one changing the subject. Why didn't you write to us? Now your father and your grandmother are both gone.
Abuela's gone too?
Everyone is gone now. There's no one to bring flowers to the cemetery or pull up the weeds. Why do you come home, Margarita?
After what Papa did to us, he was too cruel, Tia. Too cruel.
Ay, he's gone, Margarita. Can you find in your heart to forgive him?
Mamá.
Rosita, no te vayas, espérame, nenita.
Back at the Havana Yacht Club in 1955, where time drifts like the scent of fresh mango or the unwinding of black yarn by Tata Alma, a young Margarita that could easily be mistaken for Lily tugs at her bow. Her voice is light, untouched by worry, unlike her present-day self. Tender greetings give way to sharper words, words of absence, of duty, of men who live. Pedro is gone. Tres Flores called him away. The women exchanged glances, concern lining their faces like shadows at dusk. Maria is firm. Pedro should be here. Is he blind to the threats of his wife's belly? Why doesn't he hire someone to oversee the plantation? Tres Flores is a matter of pride. It is a tie, one Pedro refuses to break. Maybe I should go to Tres Flores, Rosa declares. The others protest. Such a journey is dangerous and improper.
You're not coming with me, Rosita. And that's that.
Pedro, how can you leave me?
I'm not going to the ends of the earth, mi vida.
You don't care about me or the baby.
Rosa, por favor. You know that's not true.
We should sell Tres Flores.
Sell the plantation? Tres Flores has been in our family for generations.
We'll bring your sisters to Havana.
They will never dream of leaving Tres Flores. After father died, he left me in charge of the plantation. I promised him that I would look after it and take care of mother and the muchachitas.
The little girls? Your sisters are middle-aged, Pedro, and your mother is gone now. Tell them to come. They will listen to you.
Rosa, they despise it here.
Despite Havana?
You know what they say, mi amor? In Las Villas, you throw down a seed and a banana tree sprout at your feet.
And you know what we say, mi amor? One night in Havana is like 3 nights in Paris.
No one, except for the Pope, or Frank Sinatra, can convince my sisters to leave Tres Flores. It would take an act of God.
They have no business living in the countryside alone. Anything could happen.
You know how they are.
Yes, I do know how they are. Imposible. Ay por Dios, Pedro, Las Villas is no place to find a husband. No wonder your sisters are old maids.
Be careful, señora. Your husband was born and raised in Las Villas.
Don't start with me, Pedro. Let's be honest, you couldn't wait to get away.
I left to go to university.
And then you never came back.
I never went back because your father decided to build a house for us right next door to his. Without consulting us, by the way. It wasn't like I had a choice.
We always have choices, Pedro.
That's not what you said back then, mi amor.
My mother was having heart trouble. I couldn't leave her.
Mentira! Rafaela's heart is as strong as an artichoke. That was just an excuse to keep us in Havana.
Ay, Pedro, stay with me. Sell the plantation.
Tres Flores stays in the family, Rosita. Punto final. Land is always the best investment. No one can take it away from us.
I think we should sell it.
I have an idea. Why don't we sell your mother's house in Havana and move Rafael and Maria to Las Villas? The fresh air will do them good.
Now, look who's being ridiculous, Senor Punto Final. Where would Mommy and Maria buy their Sunday hats? I can just see them now, wearing straw hats and sipping guarapo.
Just what I suspected.
What?
You're a snob, just like your mother.
Please forgive me, caballero, for not wanting our daughter to marry a guajiro with dirty fingernails.
Next thing you know, we'll have a swarm of grandchildren with pig's noses.
And sharp hooves.
And curly tails.
Ay, Pedro, stop your nonsense. You should be with me in Havana when the baby is born.
Oiga, señora, didn't your mother ever teach you that it's a wife's duty to obey her husband? Maybe I should put you over my knee and spank you.
What did you say?
Maybe I should put you over my knee and spank you?
No, before that.
It's a wife's duty to obey.
A wife's duty? A wife's duty? You just sound like your father.
Yes, a wife's duty. You heard me, señora.
How dare you talk to me that way, senor?
You're forgetting your place, señora.
All you care about are your sisters and that stupid plantation.
Stop using the girls as an excuse for every little thing that doesn't go your way. If it's not one thing, it's another.
The girls, you make it sound like they're little children. Completamente mimadas.
Mimadas? Look who's talking. I turn myself inside out trying to please you, and these are all the thanks I get?
They are more than capable when they want to be.
Maybe I made a mistake. A big, big mistake.
They have you tied around their little fingers like a ring.
I should have listened to my mother.
They say jump and you say how high?
She warned me about marrying a girl like you.
A girl like me? What that's supposed to mean?
As far as I'm concerned, this conversation is over. I'm leaving for Tres Flores in the morning and you're staying here with Margarita. Is that clear? Ay, Rosita, por favor, it's not safe for you to travel.
Pedro, I need you here. Please, stay with me. I'm scared.
I have to go, but you know that, niña. But I'll be back in the blink of an eye. I promise, I cross my heart.
At the Havana Yacht Club, Rosa, Maria, and Rafaela play cards while having a conversation. Rafael and Maria criticize Rosa's choice of breastfeeding. Young Margarita enters the scene and Maria tells her about the time her 4 grandparents met. The men got into a heated discussion. Antonio's pants fell off, Rafaela burst into laughter, and Pedro's parents were kicked out of the house. He told Rafaela to shut up, and she did, for a whole month. Theirs was an arranged marriage, and so was Rosa's. Their parents were Gallegos from Spain, part of the white land-owning class. Reminiscing about the past, they recalled Rosa's wish to call her unborn daughter Violeta, so she could be the 3rd flower. They disapprove of Pedro not being there in Havana for the birth of his own daughter, and implied that he is having an affair. You know, chica, así son los hombres. Donde hay amor, siempre hay dolor. The sisters fight terribly, and Maria goes home, hurt. In liminal ghost space, Rosa writes on her notebook. Maria reveals that the scene at the yacht club was the last time she saw her sister. She now wishes she'd apologized to Rosa or said goodbye to Margarita. The latter comforts the ghost and asks her to forgive herself. You are the one who needs to forgive herself, Margarita, her aunt reports.
Rosa is sitting in her room when Rafaela comes in and tells her how Pedro was supposed to marry Maria, but he chose Rosa over her. Maria never got over that. Rafaela is happy that at least one of her daughters got married, as she thought it would never happen. Rosa believes she shouldn't have married Pedro because of the way he treats her. But Rafaela says, how many women have actually married the man they love? Then she tells her how Antonio used to have other women, and she had to endure that. Rosa thinks she should have asked for a divorce, but Rafaela says it's a woman's job to keep their husband satisfied. After this conversation, Rosa decides to go to Tres Flores after Pedro.
At the end of her pregnancy, Rosa begs Tata Alma to come to Tres Flores with her, a trip she's scared to face by herself. Tata Alma declines. She belongs to Havana. That's the place where she'll be waiting for her and where her daughter, her beloved child Margarita, is left behind. Trying to fight her sadness back, Rosa heads to Tres Flores after making one of the hardest choices of her life. Once at Tres Flores, Rosa is astonished by what materializes right in front of her eyes. Her Pedro is descending the stairs followed by another woman wearing his hat. After staring at each other, the sound of Rosa's slap on his cheek breaks the silence. An ashamed Pedro exits the house, covering his face with his hands, as Rosa drops to her knees overwhelmed by an unbearable pain. Contractions intensify. Adult Margarita witnesses the scene, but she can't prevent the tragedy that's bound to happen. Rosa dies, as Tata Alma draws a spiral on her forehead.
que tú la bailes como bailo yo, muchacha bonita, mi linda cachita, la rumba caliente es mejor que tú.
Mama, what was that? I thought I heard someone cry.
The storm's getting worse, mi amor. Come, sit by me.
Tata Alma gave me that notebook.
Who are you?
I'm your abuelita, your grandmother Rosa.
I should have known. You look just like my mother.
Or maybe your mother looks like me, and you just look like your mother.
Now my mother will think I have another imaginary friend.
You never told her about Tata Alma?
No, it was our secret.
You know, when your abuelita was about your age, I told her to record her dreams in that notebook.
She told me to record everything so that you would remember, Lilita.
Tata Alma told me the exact same thing. She said that words have powerful meaning when you say them out loud or put them on paper.
That's why you must use them wisely.
I had the dream again.
Did you write about it?
Share what you wrote with us.
I wake to the sound of rain. At first, I don't know where I am. The air is thick. It smells like the color green. Stalks of sugar cane grow out of my chest, and my lips are sewn shut with black thread.
My eyes have turned to pearls, and my hair has turned to seagrass.
As the rain begins to slow,
To a drum beat.
I hear the chorus of 1,001 songbirds.
They enter through the casement window and fly above my head.
Then they begin to nest in my hair. The big white house.
The one in the photograph with the stained glass windows.
They look like butterfly wings.
Los vitrales.
Los vitrales. And the columns.
Las columnas.
Las columnas.
Is empty and silent.
I sense that I am alone. That's when I turn and realize that you are gone, though your pillow still holds the shape of your head. I wonder why you left without waking me.
I never could say goodbye.
Maybe you sprouted wings and claws and a beak during the night.
And flew from my sight, never to return.
Why did you abandon me? Wait a minute. Did I write that? Or did you, abuelita?
Neither of us wrote that.
Then who did?
Your mother. It's hard to tell where your memories begin and ours end, Lilita. You have inherited an ancient dream.
It scares me.
If it scares you, then put a bowl of water next to your bed before you go to sleep.
A bowl of water?
Yes, it will absorb the negative energy.
Really?
Yes, really. If you don't believe me, ask your mother. She knows. Oh, and one more thing. When you wake up in the morning, be sure to throw the water away. Well, try it tonight, Tomasina. You will see.
Margarita looks at a restless image in the mirror. The pain and the regret don't let her sleep. The ghost of Tata Alma comforts her. She was not responsible for Rosa's death. The only way of feeling is embracing the scars. Tata Alma goes on. Rosa was not alone when she died. Tata Alma was with her and with her child Violeta. Pedro's ghost appears and Margarita rages against him. How could you abandon his baby? Violeta could have been raised into the family, but she would have been a reminder of Rosa's death. The ghost reveals that Violeta is actually alive. She's been raised in the Canarias by her father's cousin. She doesn't know that they exist. Pedro is filled with regret, but he keeps backing down from his responsibilities. As the ghost slowly disappears, he repeats that Rosa shouldn't have left him. And about the baby, well, that's a woman's job, he says. Pedro, Maria tries to convince Margarita to forgive her father. That's what she has to do, to finally find the peace she's looking for. Margarita's changed, light hardened the soul, but Maria doesn't give up on her. In Lily's bedroom, Tata Alma and Rosa recite with Lily the prayer she used to hear when she was a child. Lily is surprised that they can't understand English, so Tata Alma explains that after the horizons, there are no more barriers. The spirits takes flight. Lily has Tata Alma, the old lady on the mountaintop, to read her fortune. As she refuses, Tata Alma tells her that she's the one who has to choose how her future will be remembered. But the questions are not over. As Lily wants to know Tata Alma's real name, Rosa is ready to provide the answer. Nácar, the pearl of the Antilles, the pearl of Cuba. The girl confesses that her mother never tells her any story, that her mind is somewhere else. Her father used to call that place the Queen's Bathtub, just another name for sadness. When Lily asks what happened to her mother, Tata Alma and Rosa remain silent. It's Margarita's story to tell, not theirs.
In Margarita's bedroom, Margarita blames Maria for leaving her homeless after finding out she was pregnant. Maria claims that a baby born out of wedlock would have brought shame upon their family. Margarita reveals that the father was none other than Raúl, the black servant's son, La Negrita's son, turned a radical activist. Their son was named Miguelito. This is scandalous news to the family. Raúl is now an important agent in the new Cuban regime. He barged into their property, armed, ransacked the place, and threw them out, leaving them with nothing because of their political views. No soy tu esclavo, patrón. You can't treat me like this anymore. The ghosts of Rafaela and Maria tell Margarita everything that happened after she left Cuba. The houses in the neighborhood were taken away from them by the government, and they also lost Tres Flores. Pedro now lives with them in Havana in economic precariousness. One valise was all that they were allowed to keep.
Ave Maria Purísima! Tell me this isn't happening.
The world has turned upside down, Margarita.
The stars are misaligned.
This is not the same place you remember. We're not the same people.
I had no idea.
Oh, we know?
Life hasn't been easy for us, chica. Most days are just getting by. Come, sit down and play with us.
You probably don't hear about this in your Americano papers, but everything is rational now. Some things have just disappeared.
I can't remember the last time we had meat.
Or mermelada de guayaba.
Or a little drop of rum.
You can thank your amigos Yankees under embargo for that. ¿Yankees? ¿Qué va? They blame everything on the embargo. Siempre quejándose. Would you please stop complaining? Everyone needs to sacrifice.
Everyone?
There's nothing left to sacrifice. We take turns in standing in line for hours.
I see La Cola. I see all my friends there.
They catch up on the gossip.
Waiting in line.
For hours and hours.
For nothing.
It's true, the shelves in the pencil stores are always empty.
But everyone shares the little that they have.
We watch out for each other.
What now?
I have a small confession to make.
A small confession? This should be good.
The other day, I found half a chocolate in my night table. It was hiding at the back of the drawer.
You found chocolate?
I see, it was a Hershey's.
A Hershey's?
Ay, Dios, qué rico. See, a Hershey's. I was looking for my hair combs and there it was.
You had chocolate and you didn't tell me?
But how old is that candy bar?
I feel guilty, vieja. I really do, but it was like biting into a small piece of heaven. I couldn't resist.
For God's sakes, Rafaela, give me some of that.
There are shortages everywhere. Lita. Mentira. There are no shortages when it comes to foreigners.
What did you say, caballero? You never know who's listening.
What's going on?
We never know when the lights will come back on.
How could you live like this? Why didn't you leave, dear?
And go where? And do what? Break my neck cleaning other people's floors? Like you? Que va? We're all ladies, Margarita.
Speak for yourself, vieja.
This is our home. You only die once in this lifetime, not twice. And we choose to die here, on nuestra tierra natal.
We can survive almost anything, as long as we stick together.
We can make the best of what we have, don't we, Mami?
Mm-hmm. We inventar, chica.
Inventar?
See, we spin gold from hay.
From straw? Mami.
What's the difference? No, Maria and I do all the cooking, juntas.
Together. I can't believe my ears.
Sí, claro. All the maids left us high and dry.
Including his mother.
That's the thanks we get for taking care of them all those years.
The servants were all so ungrateful.
The other day, your aunt and your grandmother conjured up galletitas out of the net. They're alchemists.
Can you imagine?
No, I actually cannot imagine.
But I won't do the dishes. I draw the line there. It ruins my nail polish.
I don't believe that.
It's true. You should see him. Wearing an apron. He prefers the flouncy ones Graciela used to wear.
I most certainly do not.
He looks adorable! While he cleans, your aunt plays with the little gadgets and gizmos Vicente's nephews sent us from America. Every couple of months, it's like a fiesta around here.
I love experimenting with this little red cosita. It chops everything into tiny little pieces.
Wait just a minute. Who's Vicente?
Our neighbor on the second floor. He's taking quite a shine to your aunt.
He's very nice.
Very nice. I see. Idea you have a boyfriend.
He's not my boyfriend.
He's her boyfriend, alright? We call him
El
El Novio.
He hangs around the patio, saving his heat while he waits for her to make an appearance. Would you please shut that thing off?
He always looks like a lost puppy.
Maria, you have a beau.
He's just nice, okay?
He's even got her smoking cigars.
No me diga.
I adore those little sweets. They're so cute. We smoke together in the evening.
Sometimes Vicente cooks with us.
He cooks with you?
Sí, what's wrong with that? Es un buenazo.
We have a lot of fun together. My only complaint is that we are a little crowded in the kitchen.
And it gets really hot. Me pegué.
That's not fair. You always win. I think you were cheating.
You're just a sore loser, Mommy.
They stopped selling those wonderful GE fans. We had a little one in my kitchen, remember? I thought it would last forever.
We keep fixing it, but it finally broke down after all these years.
Vicente wrote to his nephew in Hialeah and asked him to send us a new one.
The boy keeps promising and promising, but it never arrives. So I got tired of waiting and tried to finally use one.
On the black market.
I was going to surprise your abuela for her last feast day, but I didn't have any luck.
Now we have to wait and see if your father can figure out how to fix the fan. But getting him to do anything is almost impossible.
Ay, los hombres no sirven para nada.
Panamen, what good are they?
Doing dishes, apparently. You know, I can report you for trading on the black market. I can report all of you. Report us to Juan Guajiro, your mommy the maid, or your papi the gardener.
Ay, Dios mío, Pedro, bite your tongue.
Ay, madre de Dios.
Do you think Raúl knows about the pig?
Did she say?
We hid it in the bedroom closet. We're saving it for Nochebuena.
What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Don't look at me.
I heard a pig.
Raúl, let go of Abuela's arm.
You are the only pig here.
What did she say?
She said that there's no pig here. My mother snorts when she laughs, remember?
Ay, Raúl, please. She's an old woman.
Old? Who are you calling old?
Let her go, please.
Fine. But my comandante, Agustin Romeo, knows your family is trading on the black market.
How would he know a thing like that? Unless someone we know told him. Did you report them?
Agustin Romero, isn't that the guy Rosa was head over heels in love with?
What are you talking about?
Never mind, Pedro, never mind. It was a long time ago.
I demand to know who this Agustin Romeo character is.
Ay, Papa, you're jealous.
I am not.
You're turning, what shade of green is that?
Agustin was beneath Rosa, just like you were beneath Margarita. That big gun you carry around doesn't change a thing.
I think you have this backwards, Doña. Your niece was the one beneath me.
¡Qué vulgaridad!
You're disgusting, Raúl.
We have to get married, Raúl. What will people think if I have this baby and we're not married?
All that you and your family represent goes against everything I'm fighting for. I'm sorry, but marriage is not a possibility.
We always have choices, mi amor.
May I help you?
Sí, señor. I would like to apply for a US visa.
For you?
Yes, for me and my son.
How old is your son?
He's almost 2 years old. I'm not able to support him here, señor. I have no skills. I can even sew a straight line. The only thing the nuns taught us was to embroider flowers onto linen and speak French.
I see.
We need to leave Cuba as soon as possible. The government is taking children from their homes and placing them all over the country in military schools.
I hadn't heard that, Senora.
I won't let them take my son. The United States is the land of opportunity. I know I will find a job quickly.
You got that right, Senora. The United States of America is the greatest country on earth. No one goes without, but it will be easier to get a visa if you travel alone.
Are you suggesting I leave my son behind?
Is your husband aware of your plans?
No.
The Cuban government will not allow you to leave the country with your son unless his father authorizes his departure. You'll need to talk to your husband, Senora.
With all respect, senor, I waited in line for hours and hours to see you. Isn't there some other way for us to get a visa?
There's nothing the United States Embassy can do to get around it. It's the law, Senora. You will need your husband's consent.
Miguelito's father will never agree.
I see. Some people are sending their children out of the country ahead of them. That's another possibility.
Perdóneme, señor. I'm not sending my son out of Cuba alone. That's out of the question.
You Cuban mothers and your sons. I'm guessing there might be problems at home. Am I right, Senora? Do you have any family here in Havana? Can you leave Michael with them?
No. I don't have any family here. What am I going to do?
Live ahead of him. Once you get settled in the United States, you can apply to the Catholic Welfare Bureau for a visa waiver for the boy. It's the only way to get him out of the country without his father's consent. Look, it's going to be alright. This madman will never survive. Once we cut off the sugar market, he will fall, just like all the others. We are his lifeline.
Do you really think so?
Yes, I know so. In the meantime, is there anyone who would take Michael in? Anyone you can trust?
I know a family. I clean their house. They seem to be good people. They might be willing.
That sounds like a perfect solution. You'll be back in the blink of an eye. Let's fill out this form and get the process rolling.
Gracias, señor.
My pleasure, señora. Here's a telegram for you.
Thank you.
We deeply regret to inform you. Took your son for a walk in El Parque Central. A sudden outbreak of gunfire between civilians and militares. An unidentified person who is still at large threw a live grenade into the crowd. The Cuban authorities believe the perpetrator is based in Miami.
I've lost count of times your father has asked for you, Margarita. We didn't know if you had received any of our letters.
We weren't sure if they arrived.
If only you had written me, Vida. Now I understand your pain.
And I understand yours, abuela.
It's a wound that never heals.
Cuba is a wound that will never heal.
We're all just moving in the same direction. Margarita guiding each other home. So choose the longer path, mi amor. And hold tight to what was always yours.
If we only had known about the boy.
We never knew, chica.
I thought Miguelito was with you, safe in Havana.
Then you disappeared
You vanished.
into thin air. If only you had written.
And now it doesn't matter. Your father is dead.
And your tia left us 2 weeks ago. She died in her sleep.
Don't worry, mija. It was a Sunday. I snuck it into heaven through the back door.
Miguelito, my hijo.
No. Mi hijo, my son.
My little boy.
Wait a minute. My mother had a son? I have a brother?
Keep reading, Lilita.
How could that be? I was born 9 months after my parents got married. Or maybe it was 7 months.
Keep reading.
I never should have left you.
Nunca.
Never abandoned you to strangers.
Nunca.
Never gone.
A esa fiesta.
With Raúl.
Never worn.
Red lipstick.
Or high heels.
If only.
Mama hadn't left us.
If only.
My sister was here with me.
If only.
I'd listened to Abuela.
If only.
I'd never been born.
No hay donde esconderse.
There's nowhere to hide.
¿Qué importaría si simplemente desapareciera?
Sería mejor para todos.
What does that mean?
It would be better for everyone if I just disappeared.
I'm drowning. I can't breathe.
Find the place where your spirit can.
Escape. I need to escape.
You must feel the pain, mi tesoro. You must feel the pain so that you know that you're alive.
Forgive us. I forgive them. Forgive. I forgive me. I forgive me.
Well, congratulations, Andrea, please. Come to the stage.
I also want to thank Vanessa, Monica, these you guys who come too, Carlos, I don't know if he's still Thank you so much. This is what our board meeting.